Hello and welcome to Too Long Didn't Watch Esports, your source for everything esports. My name is Jake Leroux and I'm joined by my co-host Yvonne Derakshani. Yvonne, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good, boss. I'm pumped.
We got a great show ahead of you guys today. Every single highlight from all the biggest esports. We'll be bringing you the best moments from everything that just happened this week.
And don't forget, we also got guest analyst Andrew Tanzel, as well as NHL streamer and YouTuber Bones On Demand, so you're going to want to stick around for that.
Remember to stay engaged with the show. Use the Twitch chat to give us your feedback, thoughts, and questions. We'll be answering back throughout the show.
Now, Jake, let's start the show right with arguably the biggest night in esports coming up November 4th, the League of Legends World Championship. But first, let's get into some highlights from the League of Legends World Championship semifinal matches. First up, we have the defending world champs SK Telecom versus the Chinese hometown favorites RNG. These teams have played each other multiple times in the past World Championship playoff rounds, with SKT coming up on top each and every single time. So we'll see if they can pull through. Early in Game 2, we have a team fight in the bot lane. SKT may be the aggressors at the start, but RNG manages to turn the fight around and take out both of SKT's carries, Bang and mid lane superstar Faker. As you see him coming there, he takes some he's giving them some damage, but it's too little, too late, as RNG is able to overpower him and take him out.
Faker, big loss, the best player on the team.
Absolutely. Jumping right into Game 5, we have a crazy flash ult from Huni's Gnar, which allows SKT to take down two members of RNG. The team fighting comp from SKT would prove to be too much for RNG to handle. Faker and his squad would carry the momentum of the team fight and take down RNG in a nail-biting 5-game series. This secures them a spot in the grand finals for the fourth time in franchise history. Faker once again going to the finals. Next up, we have our second semifinal match, Korean powerhouse Samsung Galaxy versus Chinese third seed World Elite. WE is the last hope of a Chinese representation in the World Championship finals, so they have a lot of weight on their shoulders. Samsung Galaxy shows just how superior team fighting and communication makes this team unbeatable. Mid laner Crown shows why Galio was such a contested pick. With his high-impact team-fighting ultimate, Kuve would also be extremely valuable to his team with his very impressive showing on Gnar. But all members would show up when the team needed them most, and we can't forget about the team's shot caller, Ambition, who would use his experience to carry his team throughout the series. Samsung would end up destroying WE in 4 games and secure themselves the final spot in another all-Korean Grand Finals.
Now, this is a rematch of last year, so it's going to be huge to see this. We had 43 million people tuning in last year. How much are we going to get this year? Probably even more. So we now have the pleasure to bring onto the show TLDW eSport analyst Andrew Tanzel. Andrew, also a former assistant producer at the Score Esports, as well as an analyst for Mortals. Andrew, welcome to the show. Twitch chat, give him some love.
How you doing?
Good. Happy to be here.
Awesome. And just tell us the significance of having another all-Korean Grand Finals.
Well, before we always had Korean versus the world kind of grand finals here on the world finals, but having a Korean and Korean, I think that we're going to see like the height of pinnacle of League of Legends here. I feel like that people are kind of expecting the SKT might win, but depending on how the game plays out, you might see Samsung coming up on top.
Now, Asia is the really powerhouse for League of Legends, but how close are we to see like another region like the Europeans or even the Americas make an appearance in the final?
Korea is so far ahead of their time. The infrastructure in the region is just built for basically esports player. Here in North America and even in Europe, we have yet to develop that kind of talent. We're right now at the very beginning pioneering this industry. I feel like that North America is a little bit behind, if not by 2 years.
And speaking of dominance, Faker is seen somewhat of like a LeBron James of League. He's had such a good run. How long can he keep this up in terms of the dominance that he's been displaying?
I feel Faker, he's bred into that kind of ecosystem where there's talent. He's pushed against the best talent in the world. If that ecosystem continues to feed him in that way, I feel he's going to be at the top of his game until League of Legends dies.
Now, why is Korea such a strong, like leaps and bounds over everyone? What makes them different? Is it their culture?
It's definitely their culture. When you become a professional gamer in Korea, you breathe, you live, and you basically settle around your entire life around League of Legends. You play the game, that is your career, that is your life. You don't have time for a girlfriend. You don't have time for family. Everything.
girls?
You're involved in this game, man. It's like your livelihood. If you're kicked out of the team, what are you going to do?
That's right. Anyways, Andrew, some great points today. Thank you for coming on the show. Twitch chat, show some love for Andrew one more time. Andrew will be back later in the show to discuss the new Overwatch League set to launch this winter. So Andrew Tanzel, everybody. Thank you for coming on the show. So now we turn our attention to Super Smash Bros. Melee at Big House 7 in Detroit. Going to this tournament, Armada is currently ranked #1, but 2017 has been the year of Hungrybox. HBox winning 6 tournaments this year has been red hot, and lately he has been in the momentum going in. So the Big House 7 in Detroit, Michigan, last year's champion, Mango, and Hungrybox, who's been on a tear this year, both looking to take home the major. Starting off with probably the most hype game of the tourney, Plup taking on Armada. Plup gets the forward tilt to forward air combo and defeats Armada. Crowd is loving it as Plup has finally beaten all 5 gods. Now we're going to see Leffen and Hungrybox go in winner semis. Playing cautiously, Leffen gets inside position and with the up smash to put Hungrybox in the loser's bracket. Look at the crowd getting pumped up. Now winners final, Leffen and Plup. Plup sending Fox off the stage and then follows up with the jab and then down smash to take the set, and Plup going to grand finals. Now in the loser's bracket, Leffen and HBox rematch. Game 4, HBox mashed out of the grab, but Leffen gets to reset and gets the up throw up air kill, forcing this to Game 5. HBox with the lead, forcing Leffen off stage, and HBox, one of the best edge guarders in the game, defeats Leffen in Game 5. HBox shaking his head, he's speechless. Now grand finals, Plup versus Hungrybox. HBox up 2-0. Just talked about his edge guarding skills, but check this out by Plup. Great DI, and then ability to recover, and follows it up with an up air kill. Plup drying off his hand, he's sweating. Game 4 now, 1 stock apiece. Hungrybox with the quick aerial combos on the platforms, getting Plup off stage and finishes him with a double back air for the tournament winner. Hungrybox is your Big House 7 champion as he continues his super hot streak. This is his 7th tournament win this year. He is on great form. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Hungrybox has just been in a tear, and I was there at the tournament, and the atmosphere was just insane.
Unbelievable.
And meeting up with Hungrybox, he was just so out of it, he was just like I don't even know what's going on. Now, we've seen the pros play at Big House. Now, how about the noobs? How do they play? We here at TLDW want to see what would happen if we got 2 people that have never played Smash before go up against each other. We got 2 coaches and 2 noobs to teach each other and then go against one-on-one in what we like to call the TLDW Battle Royale for noobs. Take a look.
Super Smash Bros. Melee is an extremely competitive game that has hundreds of high-level tournaments each year. We wanted to see if we could turn these 2 complete noobs into pros with only 45 minutes of training. We enlisted the help of Jamie and Sean to whip these guys into shape.
It's not a big deal, but it's off the teleprompter.
The first step in their training is to pick a character. Alex decides to go with the wild card, Captain Falcon, while Francesco goes with the sword-wielding hero, Marth. The coaches need to make sure that their students learn as much as possible in order to defeat their opponent. Each contestant has exactly 45 minutes of coaching, so the race is on. It's time to start. The contestants will play a best-of-3 match to see who learned the most from their coach. Francesco seems to be having success by forward smashing, but Alex hasn't given up yet. Francesco takes an early 2-stock lead, but then jumps off the stage 2 times in a row for no reason. Alex also decides that he should kill himself by accident and gives the first game over to Francesco. But Alex isn't going to let Fren win that easy. He turns up the Jets in Game 2. Alex would take Game 2, but Game 3 would be an all-out slugfest. Francesco takes the series in Game 3, becoming the first ever TLW Esports Melee champion.
We are now joined in studio with our two noobs, Alex and our grand champion Fran. Boys, this was a hard-fought battle. How was it to pick up the game and being coached by a Ryerson pro? Fran, your thoughts?
Honestly, it was a lot more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Literally, when I'm playing video games, I'm just jamming 2 buttons at all times, and there's a lot more controls than I totally would have thought there'd been in a Super Smash Bros. Game.
Alex, what about you?
I'm gonna have nightmares of all those control schemes, like the up, down, left. Like he was telling me, like jump, hit this lightly. And I was like, you know what? It's a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be.
And look, Alex, you were close. You just had it. You were like so close to the win. Fred even jumped off twice, which we'll talk about later. But how bad did it feel to lose?
It did hurt a little bit. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, he was just that much better than me, and he won fair and square. So I had fun.
Fran, we saw in the feature. You SD'd twice in a row. Tell me the mindset. What were you thinking during that? Was it strategy, like mind games?
No. That's why I'm a noob and I'm not an expert at esports. But all that matters is that I just seem to win the game. Doesn't seem to matter to me that I fell off 2 times.
Well, that's all that matters. You got the W. Thanks for playing, guys. Congrats, Fran. Now, when we come back, we got NHL streamer and YouTuber Bones On Demand coming up in the panel. And we got a little challenge with him too, so stay tuned on TLDW Esports.
Twitch chat, get excited!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Too Long Didn't Watch Esports. Yvonne Derakshani alongside Jake Leroux and our special guest, NHL streamer and YouTuber, and one of the best NHL shootout players in the world. Please welcome Bones On Demand.
Thank you, thank you.
Chat, give him some love.
Thanks for having me, guys. Excited to be here.
No problem. And you have such a big involvement in the NHL esport community. What's that like? What's that community feel like?
The community is awesome, man. Everyone's really tight-knit community. Everyone knows each other. We all try and network with each other to try and grow the very small community that it is to try and put NHL esports on the map.
Now, NHL esports is competing right now with the 2K League as well as Madden and FIFA. How do you see it kind of running alongside them?
Yeah, so NHL, the problem is in EA is that they're very heavy on FIFA and Madden, because those are obviously bigger games than NHL. So their developer teams are a lot bigger. So you see NHL sort of take slower steps towards the competitive scene. But I can see it in a couple of years after you see how successful 2K is and Madden is, that it's really going to start getting up there.
And being a big influencer on YouTube, what's your favorite thing about the YouTube platform and being on there?
Oh man, YouTube's awesome for sure. Honestly, just hitting live in my room and making people laugh and just having a good time is what I love to do. So.
Now, the name Bones on Demand, give us a history. Where does that come from?
Honestly, man, like no idea where that came from. Like
Picked it out of the hat.
Yeah, and now like everyone calls me Bones. My dad, my principals in high school.
Your
like,
dad
my
calls you
boss.
Bones on
Like, yeah, man, it's jokes.
Wait,
man.
your principal called you Bones on
Yeah,
Demand?
yeah, it was hilarious, man.
Hey, the nickname stuck, I
Yeah.
guess. So, well, we got a special thing with Bones. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be facing off against Bones in a 1v1 shootout challenge. He's probably going to destroy us, but we're going to make things a little bit interesting. Yvonne, you have a puzzled look on your face.
Well, things are going to get interesting. We'll try to do a handicap, Bones. Are you down for this?
Very down.
All
Let's
right,
do
man.
it.
It's time for one-on-one with Bones on Demand. Bones on Demand. We got Bones and Jake who are going to go at it first, and then me and Jake will switch if Jake plays pretty bad. So you guys playing?
All right, I'm going to
do
go
it.
with the home pride land, the Toronto Maple Leafs, Austin Matthews, Nylander, Kadri. We're rolling.
And I thought I had to give a little handicap here, so we're going with the Arizona Coyotes.
Last place.
Yeah, their first win of the season yesterday, so
Ooh.
they're pretty hurt.
Congrats.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
There you go. They got to get back on pace. All right. You know what?
Oshawa Pride, Jake. Show it.
Oshawa Pride. I'm
it.
channeling my inner.
Let's do
DJ Smith, assistant coach of the Leafs, was the head coach of the Generals. So here we
Oh,
go.
not bad. Fun fact.
My shootout pride is on here.
Come on, Jake.
Oh, little Datsuki.
that was a good shot.
Hey, he got me with a blocker there. I thought I would have squeezed it
let's
by
go
there.
That was okay. That was a good attempt, Jake.
All right, here we go. Who's in
Who we
that?
got up?
Anderson.
Ryder.
Shane Doan? Nope.
Watch the dangles.
All right, we're just
I'm
gonna,
on-
we're just
I'm
gonna do a
trying,
slapper
I'm
here.
trying.
There it is.
Oh, come on.
Buddy.
A nice little clapper for the boys.
Jake, you were sleeping. You were
I know.
sleeping.
It's a slap shot, man. Anderson, you got to get on that. Who takes slap shots 5 feet away?
Bones. Bones.
Bones.
All right, I mean, I should just take a slap shot. Oh, psych!
Oh, you
Buddy,
You had this time.
I got the psych, man. How does Ransom make the save, but Anderson doesn't make that save?
All right.
What is going
All right,
on
let's
here?
spice it up a bit
All right,
here.
I need to save this, man. We need to make this.
Come on, Jake. Focus. Relax. Oh, come on! Jake!
I'm tapping out, man.
You better top out.
Stop it right now. Get me out of here.
Jeez.
Yvonne, extend the shootout, please.
Relax.
It's a flying
Relax.
poke.
Whoa. What? What?
Dude, that was.
How?
Is that Bro
You're supposed to
Dur?
go up, not right to his feet.
Is that Bro Duranet with the
Are you
stack
serious?
of pads?
All right, if I score this, it's
Bones,
it's
like
over.
Bone.
Come on.
Yvonne,
You guys,
have,
you can't go 3 up, 3 down.
You have to save this, man. We can't do 3
We
up
can't
3.
do this to
That's
the Leafs.
embarrassing.
Hey, let's go. Let's go,
My
boy.
boy. There we go. One save. We're back
got
in,
a game.
back in business here. All right, Bones. All right. We have to. Oh, we have to score now.
Yeah, you got to score. I'm giving the Twitch chat a Bones Classic. Spread your bones.
Oh my!
What?
He's
right there.
He spread the bones, Yvonne.
I think that's
Hey.
it. I think that's it.
He beat us with Arizona.
Come on.
Can we get a replay of that?
How do you do that?
I want to see.
had it.
Like,
Here's-
spread
here
the
it is.
bone.
It was right there. How did you just launch
What a
up? How can I
save.
control that?
Oh my.
How?
All right. Well.
How?
Man.
Yvonne Rage Quit, you saw it here
Done.
first. There ain't no messing with Bones. Bones, thanks for being on here, boss.
Thanks
man.
a lot for having me, man. I had a
you
lot of
made
fun.
us look silly, but we still love you.
Oh,
Twitch chat, give him some love. After the break, we're coming back. We're talking CS:GO. Andrew Tanzel is coming back on the panel, and a special report from Christian Ryan. So stick around on TLDW Esports.
Everyone's watching through your eyes. There's only 2 options: win or die. Win or die. Win or die. It went from a spark to an open flame. Now destiny's calling out your name. So reply, so reply.
Jake Leroux, and shout out to my mom who's watching the Twitch chat.
Hi, Maggie.
How you doing? All right, now when the stakes are high, the big-time players make big-time plays, which was certainly the case at DreamHack Denver 2017, where the grand finals were taking place between the Brazilian SK Gaming and Swedish Fnatic. Two big matchups for all the marbles. Here we go, Jake. What are you going to expect from this?
I really think that SK Gaming will come out. The Brazilians are such good CSGO players.
And right off the bat, we have a crazy exchange between both teams, which is going to leave SK's Fallen in a 1v3 opportunity. Impossible, right? Well, he's able to put down the plant the bomb, and get all three of Fnatic's players finishing it off with an absolutely ridiculous, nutty op flick, Jake.
Nutty. Look at this. The quick reaction CSGO players have is just mind-boggling. Such appreciation I have for them as an esport athlete.
SK ended up winning the match. Now to the pistol round of game 2. Fnatic gets a clean ace, which will set the tone for this second game as they dominate 12-2. And Flusha, this is just ridiculous. He's toying with Fallen.
That's a major BM. Twitch chat, can we get a BM spam? That was mean.
He wasn't finished there. Flusha ended up getting the extra kill, and Fnatic moving on from that round, moving it to a third and final game. Olaf Meister gets him right off the bat. Olaf looking for more kills. But it's Taco with the jump shot kill. Olaf can't even believe it himself. And that is just, he couldn't believe it. Nobody could believe that. Now, to get the win, Fur, he gets the shank. He gets a kill there, and now he sees JW. He's gonna flash him, and he's able to take him out, leaving Olaf Meister left on his own. Can he pull off the clutch? No, he can't. It's Fur again, and SK Gaming are gonna be your DreamHack 2017 CSGO champions.
What a performance. Great stuff there from the Brazilians. Now, Overwatch World Cup qualifiers semifinals in the Katowice group, Canada taking on the Netherlands. Canada defending the first point on King's Row when Agilities goes in with the Dragon Blade, slicing and dicing, getting the Winston, Diva, Tracer, Genji, and then trapping Zenyatta in spawn. A team kill for Canada as they take the first match. Canucks with the props there. Fast forward to the final round, the Netherlands needs to cap this last point, but Facility falls, and Canada is able to win the set 3-0 and move on to the World Cup top 8 at BlizzCon. Fans loving it, and the Canadians are looking relieved. They punched their ticket to top 8. Over to Santa Monica, and USA and Germany play for a spot in the finals. USA needs to cap this point. Jake on top of the platform with Soldier 76. He gets the Helix Rockets and then a melee to stop the Dragon Blade. What an amazing play from Jake. That would be game-saving for the Americans as they would be able to cap the point and punch their ticket into the top 8. Man, we got some great teams. Speaking about great teams, the champions, the South Koreans, who have been fantastic this tournament going up against the Russians. Zunba with the tactical visor, getting the Tracer hiding in the corner, and then finishes off the Genji to secure the point, and the defending champs, easy peasy, headed back to BlizzCon after defeating the Russians. Now let's take a look at the bracket. Here's for next week's World Cup tournament. UK and Sweden left-hand side, Canada and Australia on that bracket, China and France, and look at that matchup. South Korea and the United States, that could be the final for all we know. Big matches there.
That's incredible, and so much more to anticipate further in that tournament.
Of course.
Now we're here with Andrew Tanzel back again. Now, Andrew, I want to ask you, what do you think of the Overwatch League as a whole?
The Overwatch League as a whole, I think it's fantastic, is that you bring stability into a league of something that League of Legends unfortunately did not have it back in the future. So I feel like Blizzard's actually paving the path towards a more stable kind of environment for everyone in. It's going to be good for owners. It's going to be good for business. I think that it's going to help grow the industry.
Now, currently Overwatch is maybe 3, maybe 4 or 5. Like Dota and League of Legends are top 2. Can you see the Overwatch League really propelling Overwatch to be in that premier esport title?
Well, like I said before, that I feel that Overwatch has the potential, but that's potential itself. They need to grow as an esport. Right now, I believe that they're not ready yet. Technically, behind the game, the viewer experience is not there. It is very difficult for anyone, especially a new viewer, to be able to tell what's happening in the game. Even somebody as like me, I try to watch Overwatch. I can't tell what's happening half the time.
Yeah, it's tough. And in terms of the format of the league itself, if turning successfully, do you think other leagues and other esports will kind of follow that format?
If it turns out successfully, I believe that a lot of other leagues would start following that format. League of Legends is already starting to turn that way. They're trying to get big names, more secure organizations, so you won't have these kind of like shady little businesses that are running these orgs. It's going to be more professional, and this in whole will basically propel the industry to become a mainstream sport.
Well, Andrew, thanks for joining us on TLDW today. Twitch chat, give him some love. Andrew Tanzel, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Good to
today.
be on.
Some props. Now, on TLDW, we like to delve into all kinds of esports, some mainstream and the others more obscure. This week, we sent our very own Christian Ryan to Race Sim 1 in Toronto, where he's got the scoop about sim racing, one of the most competitive and transferable esports. Christian?
Thanks, guys. I'm at Race Sim 1, Toronto's premier car racing simulation center, with your TLDW Esports update. Now, a lot of racing series are coming to a close, but sim racing just doesn't slow down. Here are some quick stories for you at home. William Byron is putting up a strong fight for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. The 19-year-old famously honed his chops in competitive iRacing, not hitting a real racetrack until the age of 15. Since then, this simulator-to-life prodigy has climbed the NASCAR ranks and paved a new path to racing stardom for sim racers. Byron will move to the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series and the famed number 24 Hendrick Motorsports car to become the first driver to make the transition from sim to the top level of a racing series. Similarly, we've seen Glenn McGee step out of the iRacing simulator and into the global Mazda MX-5 Cup Series. What separates him from Byron is that McGee stepped immediately into the IndyCar Sanction Series with absolutely no on-track experience, just iRacing. While everyone from rising star Caden Lapkovich to established icon Dale Earnhardt Jr. utilize iRacing to enhance their on-track proficiency, the question remains, does this grow the legitimacy of sim racing as an esport, or does it eliminate its greatest competitors? Speaking of competition, while the de facto choice of competitive sim racers has long been iRacing, two new challengers have appeared. Gran Turismo Sport and Project Cars 2 have both been released with a stronger emphasis on motorsport, online competition, and streaming than has ever been seen from previous installments of either simulator. Now, with the backing of professional series like WEC and IndyCar, these sims appeal to esports drivers and general racing fans alike with a more simple and affordable approach, availability on home consoles, and VR capabilities. Only time will tell if this new emphasis on competition and motorsport will see the series compete with iRacing for sim racing supremacy. For TLDW Esports, I'm Christian Ryan. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Christian. A lot of interesting things happening in the sim racing world. It'll be fun to see how things pan out. Now, Jake, as our show is, we got to wrap up soon, but we forgot one thing. It's Halloween.
It's Halloween, baby.
Happy Halloween,
Happy
everybody.
Halloween, everybody. Now, let's go through some of the best and worst esport-related costumes in case you guys need any ideas for what to do tonight. All right, so let's start it off with the first costume. We got Lucio and Junkrat. Now, take a look at the Junkrat. The dirt on the arms and the face, like, unbelievable. What do you think?
That's amazing. If anything, that person put too much effort. That's too good. Intimidating.
All right, now let's take a look at the bad. We had Lucio and Junkrat, and now, Yvonne, your main, Diva. Yeah. What is the box? What is she carrying? She has Doritos on.
Okay, relax. First of all, relax, Jake. Yes, this is my main. I love Diva, but big shout out. But the gun, look, there's a crossed out Gundam sign. Like the effort was there, but the execution was not there. You couldn't execute. You couldn't finalize it.
All right,
Still love Diva though.
Still love Diva. Now let's look at some League cosplay. My girl Poppy, big hammer, big ears. Wow.
Wow, those ears. Those long ears, bro. Is she, I don't know, is that surgery? I don't know. That's nice though, I love that.
All right, Master Yi now. Let's pull this up on screen and you're gonna laugh at this one. The water bottles and the red Solo Cup staff.
This is a joke. This is a joke. It's a joke.
It's rough, man. All right.
How do you even talk to girls? You can't talk to anyone.
You can't even talk to anyone. So, we talked about the costumes, but now let's get to the actual esports themselves. This is this weekend in esports. We got the Smash Summit as well as Boston CSGO tournament. What you watching?
To be honest, Jake, I don't even know what I'm going to be watching because I'm going to have dual monitors watching both things.
Yeah, as well as Overwatch World Cup and League of Legends Championship, 3 a.m. 3 a.m., everybody. Well, we're ready for Halloween. I got my Tebow hat. Yvonne's got his Diva box. Yvonne, what are they going to do?
What are they going to do? You better celebrate Halloween, y'all. Nerf this!